We have as a guest Joe Mille, running as the Libertarian candidate for the United States Senate in Alaska. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Mark. Thanks for having me on.
All right, tell us what's going up in beautiful Alaska. What's going on up there?
We've got an exciting race. I'm running against the most liberal Republican senator who's up for re-election, voted with Obama last Congress 72% of the time. It's a great race. We have basically three leftists in the race, Murkowski, a Democrat-leaning independent, and a Democrat. So we have a clear pathway to victory. And the grassroots, they're excited as can be that I'm in.
Let me ask you this, and I'm a big fan of yours. You think if you're running, that won't enable the Democrat Party candidate to slip in because there's four of you running here?
Not a chance, and that's the beauty of this race. There's no risk at all. We have a Democrat who probably will get less votes than the Democrat-leaning independent who's raised over $500,000 and has the Democratic Party's support. This is a beautiful race where a true conservative has an opportunity to win as long as everybody activates. And what we're seeing on the ground up here, like I said before, is extraordinary. And
Murkowski really is a leftist. She's Mitch McConnell's right-hand person, but she votes left all the time. You know, people in the continental United States, we think about Alaska as the great frontier, which it is. This is where the real individuality is. People live. Some live on the grid. Some live off the grid. You know, it's a tough country. It's a different place, and yet Murkowski, quite frankly, acts like a Republican from New Jersey. That is a Republican politician from New Jersey.
And worse. Since her dad appointed her, I think the debt was at about $6.7 trillion, now almost $20 trillion. I don't think there was a debt ceiling increase that I'm aware of that she voted against. And what she has done has been worse than most other Republicans that are in office. Susan Collins, she's the only one that's more liberal than her. And it's not at all representative of Alaska values, how she votes in D.C.
Yeah, she has an F on the Liberty score from Conservative Review. That's she well-deserved on her part. You actually won the Republican nomination, and she wouldn't go away quietly. So she goes in with the write-in vote. She gets all her cronies, all the Republican establishment up there and so forth and so on, to try and take it back from you, which she did, correct?
She did. Yep, she had a lot of help from the corporatists, had millions of dollars flow into the race. She made a bunch of promises that she hasn't been able to keep, and as a consequence, those same folk aren't behind her this time.
Well, Joe, if people want to help you around the country and elect a solid conservative on the Libertarian Party line, where do they go? What do they do?
Go to joeforliberty.com. If you're outside the state, we'd love to have your support. Again, joeforliberty.com. If you're in Alaska, obviously, get down to one of our headquarters. We have signs all across the state. We already had to do another reprint. What's happening on the ground is unprecedented. We have an opportunity to take out one of the most liberal Republican senators in D.C. This is the year to do it. This is the race to make it happen.
And I want to support you, and I want to endorse you, and I want to know all these great voices for outsiders and so forth all over the country with microphones in their mouths and cameras in their faces. Are they getting involved in this?
I absolutely think they will. We've got an endorsement from Gun Owners of America. We have other people that are getting engaged. We have, of course, on the ground, Alaska Right to Life. We have 5 GOP district chairs. We have the co-chair of the Trump campaign, former co-chair of the Cruz campaign. Got lots of big names getting behind us, people that are excited about this race, that want to see a change and understand that there is a clear pathway to victory in this race.
All right, Mr. Producer, let's post his site. Good luck to you, Joe Mille.
Well, thank you, Mark. Honor being on your show.